we take sand as our feed. This is our first feed, and this is our size 1.74 mm, and it is 88 gram. We will now put the feed into the water. Now we will see how much time it will take to get sedimented.
So now we have our feed 2, and this is 50 gram, and the feed size is 1.21 millimeter. So now we are going to put it inside the vessel. So now see how much time it will take to settle. As we know that this is brick powder, and so let's start the experiment.
Start. Now this is the feed 3 of particle diameter of 0.91 mm and 30 gram weight. Now we are going to perform the sedimentation process with this size of feed particle, and let's see how much time it will take to settle down as a sediment. So now we are going to put it into the water. Let's see what happens.
We perform sedimentation experiment. So we take a coagulative agent potash alum, which helps in sedimentation process and reduce the time of settling. So now we crush this potash alum and make it in powder form, which helps in sedimentation process. Now we take feed number 4. We have clay particles and coagulative agent potash alum. In this experiment we perform 2 experiments. First with only clay, and second with clay with coagulative agent potash alum. And now we compared how much time difference between settling between these two feed particles. Now we perform one by one.
Sir.
Now we take first particle with clay, perform only with clay.
As we have taken the clay and we have put it inside the vessel, and we see that the top layer of the vessel, there is clear liquid, and in middle we see the variable composition zone, and downside we see the sediment of the particle here. And this is the type 2 settling.
So now we will perform the same experiment with the clay, and now this time we will add the alum powder as a coagulating agent, and see it will reduce the settling time, because it can form aggregate of the final particles and then settle down them fast. Now we will start the experiment.
Now we are going to add alum powder.
So in this experiment we can see that as we use the coagulating agent, the potash alum, it forms the aggregates of the finer particles and they get settled down. So we can see only 2 layers, one a clear liquid layer and other sediments layer. So also the adding coagulating agent reduces the time of settling.
We have performed experiment taking different feed size. At the last of the experiment, we take sand particles, and in that experiment, we have done the sedimentation of clay particles with alum and without alum. As you know that alum is a nice coagulants that coagulate the particles and lead them to settle faster. So we plot the graph of sedimentation of clay particles without alum and with alum. If we don't take alum, then we clearly see that the graph will decrease slowly because the rate of settling is slow. Now if we see the graph of with alum in with sand particle, then the graph will be slightly steeper because the rate of settling is higher in the with alum case, because alum is a coagulant and it will form the aggregate of the particle that will lead them to settle faster.